the Valk 3M, the OG. This cube to me is probably one of the most iconic cubes ever released. Now, overall this cube is great, but how does it compare to cubes today, 4 years later? Let's go check it out. Now, the version of the Valk 3M I have here is the Cubicle Labs Valk 3. Now, Cubicle Labs was a premium service where they put magnets in cubes and lube them. But now it's discontinued because, well, every cube has magnets now. But anyways, let's get into its feel. Now, the feeling in this cube is very iconic. There are 3 combinations of feels. There are smooth, papery, and maybe a little scratchy. Now, I have re-looped this cube many times, and usually with Traxxas 50K. And after doing so, I usually get this silky smooth feel, and along with the silky smooth feel, I also hear a slight clacky sound in the cube. Now, this is more of a sound and less of a feel, so you really don't feel it as much. Now let's talk about stability. I think the stability is really what stands out. And when looking at reviews, stability is definitely not something to complain about on this cube. Now, it's not too unstable like the Weilong GTS V1, which makes the cube feel flimsy and maybe uncontrollable, but it's also not too stable. Now, this was something I found in the Valk Elite that I tried, and I found it was a little too stable, and that kind of restricts my turning and forces me to turn accurately somehow. But anyways, the Valk 3M has the perfect amount of stability, and it's not too flimsy and not too restricting, which is very essential when cubing, and that's what I really like about this cube. Now let's talk about the downsides, which honestly aren't really that big. Of course, it's 2020 and pretty much all mid-range cubes have some kind of customization, almost all cubes, and for the Valk 3M it really doesn't have many customization unless you count the screws. Now again, this isn't much of a big deal because the cube is pretty good the way it is, although it would have been nice to see some interchangeable springs, but that was made in 2016, so customization was still something that was trying to be developed. Now here's something I should mention. I do think that this is a great cube and is still a valid cube in 2020, but this cube is the Cubicle Labs version. Of course, this cube is discontinued, but there is a mass-produced version of the cube. Now, if you do plan on buying that, try it out of the box and see if you like it. Some people do, but also some people don't. Now, if you don't, mess around with the tensions and get some lube. I prefer a heavy lube, but honestly, get whatever lube you want and break it in. Now let me summarize. Now, the Valk 3M, in my opinion, is still a viable cube in 2020. I don't feel like it's one of those cubes that have degraded over time because of better cubes are coming out. No, not at all. I could possibly go as far to say that this cube competes with cubes today. So there we go. Okay, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at CatDeCuber. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Bye.